And so, I want to get back to what you were doing when you talk about the site and the revenge porn. There's two parts I'm going to bring up here. One is that you helped a lot of women out there by getting this site shut down and doing the things that you have done. And I know you don't want to give away everything that happened to your Netflix, but what I find interesting, right? We now deal with a problem today of 764, which is that nihilistic extremist groups. And when you talk about this revenge porn, you had females committing suicide or people committing suicide, and they were doing numbers. It's kind of a pre-764 method, right? Animals, humans, suicide. It's almost like the more disgusting, inhumane things that can be done to somebody, the more, I guess you would say, it prolongs what they're trying to do and so on. And so I think you were kind of on the front end of what ended up turning out to be 764 later on and what you were figuring out.
Yeah, and it was myself and the hacking group Anonymous. So, we have a very good relationship. We run in a lot of the same circles. I don't agree with everything they do. They don't agree with everything that I do. Like I stay away from politics,
Right.
100% away from politics because it's such a time constraint. And I just have more things that I'd rather focus on.
Right.
But, together we went in and really wrecked his shit because our main concern was not only get the site down, not only get the images wiped out completely, but the assumption was he has a backup somewhere on his little infrastructure, and we got to hunt that down and find that. It's on the same subnet. Where is it? So there was just a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But I will tell you, from a revenge perspective, from what allegedly occurred to Hunter, the site was taken over. If you go to isanyoneup.com, you'll see it goes to Bullyville. We took care of that. He tried to launch isanyoneup2.com, and that got wiped out, and that also forwards to Bullyville. The bigger thing with Hunter, though, was he was living at home with his parents. So it was crazy to anyone who knew this story about how could his mom and dad just let him live in the house knowing what he is doing in the site that he is running. So the day that he got compromised, this is all alleged, his bank account was hacked, and all the money that was in that bank account was transferred to battered women's shelters and throughout the United States to where he had $0 left.
I love it.
A death certificate was issued in the state of California because we wanted to bury him. We wanted him to be dead on the internet, and we wanted other people to know that if we come at you, we literally are going to digitally bury you. So he had a death certificate. He was dead for over a month in the state of California. Hundreds of dildos were sent to his house where his mom lived, so she got the package. Just as like eat a bag of dicks was basically the note that was on there. There was just a lot of different things that were done to make sure it was known that if anyone comes and tries to do this bullshit again, this crew is going to get together and wreck you. And we did. 2 other copycat sites sprung up, and similar things happened to them, and they were gone. And then it was very quiet for a decade, basically. There was really no big players in that space. And then 764 comes along, and they are the most brutal of all, because with all these other sites that we went after and the operators of those sites, it was a confined silo. There weren't very many players in there. It's easy to go after and pick them off one at a time. With 764, it's everywhere. I mean, you can't be on the dark web for more than 30 seconds without bumping into them somewhere, or someone who's they're plotting something that they want to do on Roblox, or different ways to extort kids by extorting the parents. And it is just brutal, awful stuff, wanting kids to do self-harm, to do things to try and basically socially engineer them. There is something I saw on the dark web that was a basically 101 on how to socially engineer a kid.
Really?
I mean, yeah, there's just some awful shit out there. And honestly, if I had the ability to burn the internet down, I would do it right now. I would push that button.